think some of the best advice I've been given is to make good and lasting impressions and connections with people that I meet. I worked on a fundraising campaign while I was at university, and we contacted alumni, and one of the things that they repeatedly said was, don't lose touch with people that you meet here, always stay in contact. These people are going to be leaders in the future and people that you want to be in touch with, and I think that's really important. And then I went to a networking event at Christmas, and the speaker was a real estate lawyer, and she was talking about what her network has meant for her and like the opportunities it's given her. And then that's also been reinforced at the company that I work for now, at Lichfields. They have a really strong focus on marketing and networking. So I think the best advice I've been given is to make a network and keep in touch with them and make it strong. I think that I'm really lucky to be surrounded by a lot of motivated and hardworking friends. Sounds cliche, but we only graduated last year, the year before, and everyone's doing totally different but really interesting things, moving cities, moving countries, excelling and just really enjoying jobs in fields that I didn't even know existed until this year. And they motivate me and inspire me to be ambitious and to go and do things and to work hard like they do. I don't think I have a favourite book. I think if you'd have asked me in school, I would have reeled off a list of titles, but over the last few years I've done more reading for academic purposes than for personal interest. But one of the things I really enjoyed reading as part of my dissertation research and of personal interest was The Fight for Beauty by Fiona Reynolds. And it's a book about the history of and the vision for campaigning for the beauty of the British countryside. And it's a really interesting book because it's sort of real life and something that I'm interested in. My dissertation was about green belts, and it comes from a very experienced perspective. So Fiona, the author, has worked for the National Trust and the campaign to protect rural England. And I think although I don't even necessarily agree with all of the arguments in the book, I respect that it comes from an experienced perspective. And the author came to give a talk in Cambridge when I was there at university. So I heard firsthand about the research that went into it, and she signed my copy of it. So it's a prominent one on my bookshelf. I would write a bucket list. I think it would be really cool to sit and think about what I want to do and places I want to go, brainstorm those kinds of things. And I've got a note on my phone at the moment, which is things I want to do in London, like recommendations. Most of it revolves around food. Things that I want to try. So it'd be cool to sit and think about that and draw like cartoons of me doing those things and stuff. Make it look like pretty. It'd be a day well spent. I'm proud of graduating last year. I'm proud of getting a job that I really wanted to do. But at the moment, I'm proud of everything I've learned and how far I've come in the last sort of 8 months since starting work. I really started in planning without much of a background, just an interest in like how places are made. And now I have such a wealth of knowledge about these things, and I've learned a lot of the technical things that sit behind being a planning consultant, and I think I've made a good go of it so far. One thing I try to do daily is to write in my 5-year diary. When I moved to London, a friend bought it me. It has the date at the top and you write a sentence each day. And it's become a bit of a memento of things I've done in London, because the first entry was the day that I moved into my new flat. So it's quite a cool thing to keep going, hopefully for the 5 years. So my hometown is Sheffield in South Yorkshire. That's like home. Whenever I go back, I always comment on how green it is. It feels so fresh and clean, and the fields go for miles. I live near the Peak District, so that's great. But you still get the town centre, the buzzing atmosphere, and it's nicknamed the biggest village, or something like that, biggest village in England. And you definitely get that feel, especially you can go into town and you'll always bump into someone you know. And then in London, I live in Clapham. It's full of kind of people that are in a similar position to me, have just moved, want to explore the area, want to explore London. It's a great vibe there, and although it's bustling and feels like London, it also is a homely place to live.